and the first of 7 Harris Cup championships. In just his 3rd season of competition, he and the Bulldogs lost a heartbreaking 4-3 decision in the NCAA first round to the eventual NCAA champion St. Norbert College. A year later, in 2011, he took the same group to the NCAA championship game. In 7 years as the Bulldogs bench boss, he compiled a record of 167 wins, 23 losses, 10 ties, on his way to 6 conference championships, 5 Harris Cups, and 4 NCAA tournament appearances. In 2014, he moved on as the head coach for the Princeton University Tigers NCAA Division I team. Coach Krug calls him a great mentor and an even better friend. Today, he's back. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us all as we welcome the man that showed us the way from 2007 to 14, Coach Ron Fogarty. Thank you, Coach. Adrian College and Arrington Ice Arena promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the arena. The officials for today's game: referee Paul Rigby, referee Bruce Vita, your linesman Russ Eidenberger, and linesman Kenton Rowerdick.
Hello everyone and welcome to the campus of Adrian College inside Arrington Ice Arena. I'm Darian Pitcher alongside Drake Cagle for ACTV. Men's varsity hockey back in action against Milwaukee School of Engineering. This is game 2 in the series. Milwaukee School of Engineering came in last night defeating these Bulldogs 3-2 in the season opener with 2 goals scored by Gage Christensen and 1 coming to Zach Simpson.
Let's play
goal scorers for the Bulldogs: Brian Yim along with Taylor McCloy. Game 2 ready to go. Drake, we were talking before the broadcast. Entmund suffered his first regular season loss. How do you think he's going to bounce back?
I think he comes back strong today. First game's always a tough one, especially getting into the groove. Entmund's got that first game under his belt. Finally took a first loss, trying to take the pressure off of him about not losing in the regular season, so he'll definitely be ready to go.
He gave up a goal on the first shot as the Raiders got on the board by way of power play to even things up in game number 1. These teams come back ready to go. Things got a little physical, a little feisty at the end of the game last night. We'll see how things carry over.
That's definitely about sending a message for today's game, trying to show them that they're not going to lay down just because they lost 1. They're going to come back ready to go.
Puck goes up into the net. We're going to set up for another face-off. Huge statement by the Raiders last night. Bulldogs came into the season ranked number 3 and number 4 in the online polls. But if I do remember correctly, Drake, these Raiders defeated the Bulldogs in the season opener last year as well, and everything played out okay throughout the remainder of the season.
Yeah, first game's always a tough one for both teams. Obviously, Adrian's got a big target on their back every year after making it to the NCAA tournament. MSOE was revving up for him, probably had a little bit more juice in the tank. Adrian's just trying to come back, take game 2.
And you know, that seems to be the story around campus. A lot of good athletic teams. You know, I was part of the football team, and I think that's how things were for us as well. You know, we get projected so high by the conference, and then you come in thinking you guys are like the best thing that's ever happened to the sport. No team can beat you. I think it takes one under the belt. It takes one time to get punched in the jaw, and then you're ready to go. Kind of a humbling loss. Sometimes could be an advantage to teams. I think the same will happen here for the Bulldogs.
Definitely have to agree with you on that one.
Curry's going to corral it behind the net. Bulldogs trying to get something set up on the offense. They turn it over in the zone temporarily. And Brothers tries to make something happen. He's sent into the boards by Davis, knocking him off the puck. Curry at the blue line sends it across for Hoy. Hoy dumps it down. Brothers behind the net. Couldn't quite get a stick on it. The puck is cleared, going to get called for icing. Bulldogs will take advantage and get the fresh skaters. Try to hold the puck in the zone against this fatigued line of the Raiders. Get something on the board early. Face-off won by Rust. The puck sent up and out of play.
Because that one went up and off the ceiling, MSOE is allowed to change, even though it was sent up and out of play in their own defensive zone. Fresh leads for MSOE here.
Backneck will come in for the face-off. That was against Guth. Goes right to Woodman. And he freezes it. Russ tries to shoot off the face-off win. A little bit of mishandling. The Raiders look to go the other way. Kalatarsi giving chase. Cutting him off is Casey Monier. Bulldogs try to go the other way, get it taken away in the neutral zone. A big check put on by Kolatarsi in the corner.
Kolatarsi is getting called for a penalty here. Got called for holding in the corner. We'll see if this Bulldog penalty kill should bounce back after a not so strong night last night. Giving up 2 goals against on 6 penalties. You're on sideline.
Bulldogs penalty to number 77, Joey Kolatarsi. 2 minutes for holding.
And Drake, this
Penalty, 3:11
deja vu. I know you weren't here last night to see how it played out, but let me tell you, just like this. No shots on goal for the first few minutes. Teams feeling each other out. Can't really get a clean look. Bulldogs rallied off 5 shots on goal and then had a penalty from in the middle on the blue line. Zach Simpson fired on a shot on Entma, the very first shot attempt for the Raiders. Found the back of the net. Remarkable, you know. We were talking about how there wasn't any shots on goal, and then 5 straight from Adrian, and then 1 finds the net for the Raiders.
Bulldogs are getting a second penalty here. Ref's calling it a high stick. A little bit of a questionable call there. I didn't think he caught him up high. I think the kid lost his footing and went into the boards. The ref just saw him laying on the ice holding his head, and I think assumed it was a high stick.
That'll send Thompson into the box. There's still 1:13 remaining on the Kolatarsi penalty. Thompson goes in for 2 minutes. 5-on-3 for the Raiders.
I think Krug is talking to the ref about the same thing I said about the ref not really seeing the call and calling it upon what he saw their player doing. Seems upset about it. MSOE is definitely going to look to capitalize on a 5-on-3 here.
And the way their special teams operated last night, not only were they efficient on the power play, but on the penalty kill as well. You can tell these Raiders pride themselves on strength on all units. especially special teams. So I don't think they'll be satisfied if they don't come away with something on this one. Passing it around, trying to get the defenders moving. Early shot goes wide. That was Shand on the attempt up front. There was a look from Clint Garris, but Hervey got down and blocked it. Hervey back after being a scratch last night. A big key player for the Bulldog team back on the ice.
Yeah, that's definitely a player with leadership skills coming back. Should have a huge effect on the Bulldogs getting a leader back onto the ice. As you can tell on that penalty kill, he did a good job of getting in the shot lanes and blocking pucks from up top.
Face-off controlled by the Raiders. Goes back near the blue line for Arifi. He sends it across Zach Simpson. Crossing pass. Goes wide for Tyne. 5 seconds to go until they get Kolatarsi back. Still 45 seconds remaining for the now traditional power play for the Raiders. 14.5 remains in the period. The Raiders have tallied 3 shots in their man advantage. Showing patience on the power play. Trying to get a good look. Big rebound opportunity. And Kolatarsi gets his stick in there. That looked like it was a goal waiting to happen. 10 seconds till we're back to even strength.
That was a great save by Entma there. Came through a couple screens, went off a couple tips. Was just able to get the toe on it for the initial save, and the rebound was jammed just wide. Good chance by MSOE there, but good job by the Bulldogs to fend them off.
McCloy clears it down the ice. We're back to even strength. Curry loses his footing. Bulldogs struggling to clear it. They finally get it out. Curry controls the puck, forced to retreat. Hoyce sends it off the boards into the offensive zone, where the Raiders take it from there. Entma wanted icing. Didn't get it. Brothers skates into the neutral zone where he has Hervey on the right. Tries to get a saucer pass to him. They can't connect. Curry keeps it in the zone. Has Paquette on top. Hervey sends a check into the boards, but the Raiders clear it. Paquette dumps it down. 5 new skaters for the Bulldogs. McNair has on the left side, trying to catch the Raiders in the line change. Yim controls it, centering pass for Armour, and I think I heard iron.
I think the goalie got a piece of that one. It was a good save by Woodman to go post to post on a pass from into the slot. Good chance by Armour, just trying to get it up over the goalie's arm. MSOE didn't call for a penalty here. A cross check. Called on Matthew Roman.
So the Bulldogs will be on the power play. You got to think Krug emphasized the power play unit. They had several opportunities, didn't get much out of them. We'll see if they made the adjustment coming into game number 2.
This is the Bulldogs power play.
Beautiful look for Thompson. The fans thought it was in, but it was sent just high. He had a great look, and the puck sent into the Bulldog bench.
doing a good job, guys. I listen all the time. Thank you.
So the faceoff's going to come down near Woodman. It's going to be on his glove side. Thompson wins it for the Bulldogs. McCloy, couldn't tell if that was a pass or a shot, but it ends up on the stick of Thompson. Thompson sends one in, rebound opportunity. Brothers sends it home.
Great job by the Bulldogs there to get numbers to the net. Couple weird bounces, but they were there to finish. Bulldogs capitalize here on a power play goal, something they were only able to do 1 of 7 times last night. Sets a precedent, though, that they're going to get the job done tonight. Bulldogs up 1-0.
That was a great effort by Brothers to get in, crash the net for the rebound. The puck did bounce his way, as you said, and he found the back of the net. Keep in mind, this is the same way we started last night. Bulldogs tallied first, drew first blood, and the Raiders came back with 3 unanswered. So we know that a goal doesn't shake this Raiders team, because they, as everyone else know, 1 goal is not going to win it every time, and you do have to score to win.
Bulldogs definitely seem to be feeding off the momentum from killing that 5-on-3, though. They killed that penalty. They got some pressure before that penalty, got the penalty, and then scored. So definitely momentum Adrian's favor right now.
Especially down 5-3. You know, that's huge. It's not a traditional power play. You're really looking to kill off some serious trouble, and they did. And anytime you escape a 2-man advantage, definitely going to swing momentum, and that just builds on it with the goal. Hervey, big check into the boards. You can tell he missed the ice. Wasn't a fan of being on the scratch list, looking to make his impact and leave a mark on today's competition against these Raiders. Paquette gets the puck back in the neutral zone. Puck was sent across from Rust. Shot goes wide of Entma from Kevin Shand. Pass up to the neutral zone, can't be controlled. Curry comes away with it, spins away from the defender. Sends it up for Clark. Clark for Backneck. Weaves his way through defenders. Gets it to Rust, who puts on some nifty moves in front of Woodman. But Woodman flashes the leather, keeps him off the board.
Woodman did a good job there. He made the first save. The rebound popped out in front. Was able to get himself back in position to make that big glove save. Good job by the Bulldogs, though, to get in and create an opportunity.
He really saved his defenders there, as all 3 of them went for the big hit. Backneck stood strong, got a look on goal. And Woodman comes up big. Hoy forced to retreat. Curry gets it. He tries to leave it off, but it looked like he got his stick slapped away, so he couldn't get enough power on it. The Raiders looked like they were going to get a possession out of it, but can't control the puck. So Thompson takes it the other way up the left side. He leaves it off for McNair. Curry sends it around the boards. McCloy's on the other end, but can't come up with it. Taking it the other way is Guth.
Another Bulldog penalty here. It's going on number 14. Matt McNair for a holding. Definitely seemed to pull his guy down in the neutral zone. We'll see if this Bulldog penalty kill could come up strong once again.
If you're the Raiders, they'll see perfect opportunity to even things up. Simpson has it near the blue line. Send it down to Roman, back up to Simpson. Redirect attempt goes wide off the leg of Kearns. Simpson at the blue line. Sends it down for Roman. His attempt off Entma. Sent wide. 1.5 to go in the power play. Just under 9 on the game clock. And the puck finds the stomach of Entma.
To be honest, not sure if that goal would have counted even if it went in, as it looked like the MSOE player kicked it on net and didn't get a stick on it. That might have been waved off, but good save by Entma either way.
A little bit of chatter there between Dunn and Eric Tyne. That's a matchup to keep an eye on later on. Dunn protecting Entma, and Tyne wasn't a fan.
Definitely seems like the chippiness has already started a little bit after the whistles, as we've had a couple little scuffles in between plays.
Well, we've approached the 1 minute mark in the penalty. Entma comes out, plays it, and the puck is cleared. All the way down for Woodman. 45 seconds in the Raider power play. Kevin Shan brings it up the right side. Not too much behind the attempt. And it goes into Entma.
We see another little scuffle there after the whistle. These MSOE players are trying to come in and get pretty in close on Entma after the whistles, and this Bulldog defense isn't having any of it.
So we'll have a face-off glove side of Entma. 30 seconds in the power play. As the period ticks under 8 minutes, Hervey gonna have a chance for a breakaway. He has Thompson on his left. Doesn't have numbers, but he's gonna give it a go. Hoping for a rebound attempt. Thompson couldn't get there. Now they have to get back. Pushing on offense was Christensen. He was surrounded by defenders, couldn't get anything out of it. 10 seconds to go in the power play. They got Entma out of his crease to make the save, but no rebound was there. McNair's free from the box. And we are back to full strength. 7:15 to go in period number 1. Bulldogs lead behind the Kyle brothers goal coming off the power play. Armour gets the puck off the stick of Wagner. Kalatarsi sends it around the boards. No Bulldogs home. Yim tried to take it up the right side, couldn't get past the defender. Puck comes down to Armour. Stick goes flying. That could have been that would have been the craziest goal I've ever seen in my life if that would have found the back of the net.
Yeah, that stick laying in the slot created a weird bounce on a puck that was just lightly sent in on Entma. Entma was prepared for it, though, and was able to make the save.
Good awareness by the goalie. Yim brought in on a good offensive attack that we've seen moments ago, as the physicality's been amped up a couple notches here in the last couple minutes. They have Hervey on the right side. He can't get anything set up offensively. Brothers corrals it. Gets it to his defenseman. Paquette up the right side. Has Brothers in the middle. Bouncing puck. Gets away from Brothers a little bit. They battle for it in the corner. And Brothers skates away with it. Gets it to Hervey. Hervey winds up to shoot. A little more power on that. Paquette would have had a good opportunity off the boards. 5 minutes to go in the period. And we're going to have a whistle.
Penalty on number 16, James Ring, for a high stick there. Definitely caught Hervey up high behind the play. Was not a big fan of the call, but now we get to see another Bulldog power play. Let's see if they can convert like they did on the first one.
Armour sets up in the face-off circle. Guth comes in to meet him.
Raiders fouling to number 16, James Ring.
And the Raiders going to have a short-handed attempt. Dunn, the only defender back with Entma. And Entma smothers it away.
This is a Bulldogs power play.
Kolatarsi hesitated to come in on that puck off the draw. That little hesitation caused him to get beat. Created a 2-on-1 opportunity against Dunn. Good job by Entma to make the glove save.
9 shots apiece on goal. Armour gets kicked out of the face-off circle. They'll bring in Brian Yim. The difference, the 1 goal for the Bulldogs. Dunn brings it up into the neutral zone. He gets it poked away. Armour recovers, gets it into the zone. Dumps it down. Boyd's on the other end. Yim at the net. Dunn will keep it in. 1:25 remains in the Bulldog power play. Raiders will clear. Dunn goes back to retrieve the puck. 1 minute remaining in the power play. 4 minutes in the period. The puck cleared again down to Entma. Curry looking to advance. He gets it to Butso. Butso sends it around. Woodman came out to play it. Butso keeps it in the zone. 45 seconds in the power play. McCloy's working the middle. Brothers down on the right side. Tries to get a shot. He gets tripped. And the ref's going to get him. 31 seconds remain. And the penalty for James Ring. And he's going to have company in the box.
He's going to be joined by Gage Christensen, who is a big goal scorer for MSOE last night. He just called for a slash. He took a pretty good hat there in the slot on that shooting attempt. Bulldogs have a shortened 5-on-3 here.
Raiders penalty to number 18.
They'll have 30 seconds, 5-on-3, and then they get a minute and a half to work on the power play again. And Kolatarsi will find the back of the net as they really swarmed in closer and closer to Woodman. And Kolatarsi, the recipient of the power play goal, it'll put the Bulldogs up 2-0 with 3:21 to go in period number 1.
That's Kolatarsi's first career goal, and Dunn made an effort to grab that puck for him so that he could have it after the game as a little memento of his first collegiate goal here as a Bulldog. With that goal scored on the 5-on-3, Bulldogs are still going to have a minute 49 left of power play time, still from that penalty on Gage Christensen.
Trying to get the scoreboard situated are the officials to get the first penalty taken off. They're all set to go back to hockey.
Scored by number 77,
Thompson and Dunn credited with the assist to add on to the big day for brothers already. McCloy brings it into the zone, cleared by the Raiders, but only gets down to the neutral zone. Dunn skates it across the red line and dumps it in. Raiders tried to clear, but it goes back to Dunn. Curry winds up for the one-timer. Wide left. Armour tries to go top corner. Woodman stands strong. 8 safes for him. And we almost got another one from McCloy as he got down on his knee to try to get a shot off. 43 to go. They're trying to catch the Raiders in a change. They have Curry on the right side. Boyd with a big backhand attempt near the crease. The puck sneaks out of the zone. 20 seconds remain. Time for one more effort on the power play. Paquette brings it in. Great move to get on net. And he just misses the shot high. Great stick handling by Paquette.
Filthy move there to split the D. Created a pretty good scoring opportunity for himself. Just sent it over the net.
Yim with a big check on the boards of Brandon Unser as the skater comes free. Back to even strength. 1:20 remains in period number 1. Yim gets it for Butso across the blue line for Dunn. They try to get it to Yim in the middle, and he can't handle it. Christensen comes up the right side. Poke checked away by Butso. Clark goes up the right side. 1 minute to go. His shot wide right. Butso tries his shot wide right as well. Rust controls it in the corner. He gets it taken away by Adam Arifi. Arifi putting pressure on the Bulldog skaters. He comes away with it, tries a blue line pass.
We continue to see this Bulldog defense doing a great job of getting in shooting lanes and blocking shots, making the day a little bit easier on Kevin Etma.
10 ticks remain in period number 1. Bulldogs hanging on to a 2-0 lead. They're going to go on the attack once more. 3 seconds. Quick shot from Thompson. We have a whistle with 1.4 seconds remaining.
An offside's called. With 1.4 seconds, it'll basically just be the puck drop and then the horn. Bulldogs will end the first up 2-0 here. Out shooting MSOE 11-9 on the period.
The teams will go into the locker rooms. Bulldogs lead 2-0. We'll be back second period action here on ACTV. And we're back. Second period action set to start shortly. I'm Adrian, pitcher alongside Drake Cagle for ACTV. Drake, we're sitting at 2-0. How'd we get there?
So in the first period, the Bulldogs capitalized on 2 of their 3 power plays with goals by Calatarsi, his first of his career, and Kyle Brothers as well. Kyle Brothers had the first, Calatarsi had the second. Bulldogs did a 2-0 lead off 2 strong power play goals while also killing off 3 of their own penalties. Good start for the Bulldogs here.
Special teams was a huge factor in last night's game, as the deciding goal was ultimately on a power play. And they seem to be a big story here today as well. As we're set to start second period action, Thompson wins the faceoff over Shan. They get it to Thompson. Early shot off of Woodman, sent wide to the right. Matthew Roman sends it along the boards. James Ring brings it on. Shan has it in the zone. He's met in the corner. And here's McNair. Calatarsi and Thompson were with him on the attack. The Raiders have it going the other way. Zach Simpson tries to pass it across the ice and can't go. Fast break opportunity. Boyd in armor. Boyd fakes the shot, sends one in, and he finds the back of the net. The third goal in 14 shots for the Adrian College Bulldogs.
Great play there by Boyd, knowing he's got the 2-on-1, still had the passing option. Faked like he was either going to look for the slap pass or a shot to the glove side. Got Woodman to bite, ripped it high blocker side. 3-0 Bulldogs.
Well, this is a more motivated Bulldog team than we've seen last night. A little bit sloppy in the first game. They were awakened after taking a loss. And as you can see today, they're not too happy about it, as they are out to a 3-0 lead early in period number 2.
Some of that sloppiness and mistiming is also due to the fact that these teams only get about 2 weeks of organized practice before they get into their first game. They have to spend their offseason practicing by themselves without coaches. Part of NCAA ruling.
Zach Davis sends it along the boards. Evan Kearns on the other end of the pass. Pass off the boards goes to Michael Roman. He gets it poke checked away by Corey Dunn. And it finds its way to Hervey. Hervey leads the fast break with Paquette. He sends it over. Going the other way is Michael Roman. He sends one into the zone. Looking for a change. Turnover near the blue line. Hervey skates up to the goal line. Backhand chips it on. Rebound opportunity. And Woodman jumps on it to freeze it. 17:47 in the second period. Hervey in on the faceoff. Paquette had control of it, but it was poked away. It comes back to Hervey in the zone. He sends a big shot on Matthew Roman. Raiders struggling to clear. Paquette keeps it in. Tries to deke around the defender and can't. They get it to Curry on the right side. Curry sends one on off the glove of Woodman. We have a whistle.
Puck out of play, sent straight out of play by the MSOE defender, so they're not allowed to change. Bulldogs make a change here, trying to get fresh legs against tired legs. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Raiders still trying to clear. Definitely need a switch. This has been a long shift for this line. Curry gets it out of the boards. Pass off the boards to Rust. Leads to a shot opportunity for Scott Clark.
Batnat and Clint Garris got into it a little bit behind the play. Clint Garris ran Batnat into the net, which caused Woodman to get tripped up. Garris took some exception to it. Batnat smartly just skated away and got back into the play.
We're going to have a neutral zone face-off closer to the Bulldog offensive end. Thompson wins it over Ring. Kalatarsi sends it down. McCloy on the other end. Sent it for Thompson, who couldn't get his stick on it. Almost picked off at the blue line. Entma sends it down the boards. Kevin Shand fires a shot off the mark.
Another block there by Madej as we continue to see this Adrian College defense block shots.
McCloy tries to send it across for Thompson. Can't get it on the tape. McNair in the middle. Thompson tried to find him, but Zach Davis in the way. We're going to have a delayed penalty. McCloy fires a shot. Woodman gloves it away. Interference will be the call on Zach Davis. So he will spend 2 minutes with 15-16 in the second period.
We see another Bulldog power play here early in the second after they capitalize on two of them in the first period. We'll see if they can capitalize on the first one here in the second.
Penalty to number 2, Zach Davis. 2 minutes for interference. Time of the penalty, 4:44.
Puck cleared just wide of Corey Dunn.
4:44. This is a Bulldogs power play.
Dunn leaves it off for Armour in the neutral zone. He has Boyd, Kolatarsi, and Brian Yim on for the power play, and Yim finds the back of the net. He's now scored in both games as the Bulldogs, flexing their muscles on special teams, jump out to a 4-0 lead 5 minutes into period number 2.
Great pass, great one-touch pass by Armour there into the slot where he hit Yim wide open, and Yim just buried it. We see the Bulldogs bouncing back after a not-so-strong day on the power play last night, going 1 for 7. Already here, 3 for 4. And we're not even halfway through the second period.
The Bulldogs goal scored by number 40, Brian Yim. Assisted by number 22, Connor Armour. Time of the power play.
They give Armour the assist. They've showed up in the stat lines quite often for the Bulldog team. 19 shots, 4 goals for the Bulldogs. Entma, 10 for 10. 10 saves on 10 shots as he holds the shutout in the second period.
I know you're not a huge hockey fan and haven't played it before, but you just enacted the broadcaster's jinx there by saying the S word. Etmo probably won't be too happy to hear that you said that one.
I'm guessing it's not save. He'll be fine. Curry has it in the defensive zone. Curry behind the net. Pressure put on by Guth. Pass for Paquette. Can't be corralled. We're going to have a fast break opportunity for Casey Monier. And Entma flashes the leather. 11 saves thus far.
MSOE definitely finding a little bit more jump here after they find themselves down 4-0. Putting a little bit more pressure on the Bulldogs, probably trying to get a little bit more aggressive, knowing now that they have to score and can't rely on counterattacks and playing it safe on defense.
Brandon Hellum's in for the faceoff. That was won by James Ring. The early shot looked to be from Zach Davis. Saved again by Entma. Big check on the boards. Given by Kevin Shand. Kalatarsi gets pressured by Shand. Passing in the neutral zone, 3-on-3. The pass mishandled. Squanders the fast break opportunity. They battle in the corner. We're going to get a penalty.
Looks like it's Bud Madej called for holding in the corner. Bulldogs, another opportunity here on the penalty kill. MSOE definitely looking to put one in the net, trying to get back in this game.
This is a crucial power play opportunity for the Raiders. Could shift momentum in major fashion if they can find the back of the net. 12 minutes left in period number 2. One-timer opportunity missed by Arifi. And the Bulldogs will get their first clear as it rolls all the way down to Woodman. 30 seconds into the power play. They're setting up again. Arifi gets it across the line. Entma comes out to play it. Fires it high off the board. Stopped at the blue line, but cleared by Thompson. Woodman comes out to play it. Raiders looking to set it up on special teams. They have 1 minute to work with. Pass mishandled by Ring. He gets it back in the faceoff circle. And Entma again with the glove. Sends away the Raider attack. 42 seconds remain in the power play.
Good job there by Entma to take away the short side, hugging that post tight. Glove high, takes away the far upper corner. Gloves it down with ease.
The 30 seconds remain in the power play. And the puck sent around the boards. Hoy is there. McCloy gets his stick on it. And the puck is cleared. Hervey's going to have a fast break opportunity with McCloy, 2-on-1. He gets the pass to McCloy, backhanded shot, saved by Woodman. 10 seconds remain. That was a good shorthanded opportunity for the Bulldogs, who are now back to full strength. Madej comes out of the box. They get the puck to him. He tries to make something happen. He's stopped along the boards. Yim comes behind the net and plays it. Corey Dunn giving chase. He's beat out by the defender. And they're forced to retreat to get everybody onside. Boyd has it on the left. Sends in a shot, rebound opportunity. And Armour couldn't get the stick on it. Dunn tries to keep it in. Fast break for Bonnier. Nicely defended, this Bulldog defense coming up strong in game number 2. And Entma snags it out of the air again. 14 saves for him.
We definitely see the Raiders continuing to try to get more aggressive here, definitely trying to push the pace, push the attack. Bulldogs are doing a good job of settling in on defense and keeping the opportunities from the outside.
Thompson off the faceoff finds Jim streaking up the right side. Sends it in and is deflected. Puck comes out of the zone. Michael Roman couldn't get anything on the attack. Puck sent down near Entma. Hoy will play it. Puck is sent around from Yim. Brothers skates onto the ice, can't get the pass. Defensive line doing work for the Bulldogs. Really stepping up the pressure as soon as the Raiders gain the zone. The Raiders really haven't had a great opportunity yet in this game. Brothers in the middle, passes it off. The shot from Paquette can't go. 18 saves for Woodman.
Clint Garris there didn't like that Hervey took a little bit of a late poke at that puck. Hervey obviously felt like it was still loose. Garris tried to pull him down by the helmet. Hervey's helmet slips right off.
Yeah, Hervey's a big boy. You're not going to get him down that easy. Hervey again taking the smart road, electing to just skate away. His team up 4-0. Really don't need to give the Raiders any help by going into the penalty box. 8:14 to go. The face-off blocker side of Woodman finally controlled by Zach Davis for the Raiders. He sends it along the boards. Puck goes in the air, glove down by Kalatarsi. He sends it down, and we're going to get an icing called.
Crew not too happy with that call, considering neither of the linesmen indicated that it was a delayed icing and felt like the Raiders had gotten a touch on that puck when it was sent down.
Back neck in the face-off circle with Jordan Guth. Guth gets kicked out. Entma with another save. 7:49 remains in period number 2. Strong showing by Entma in the defense. The Bulldogs clicking on all cylinders. really dominating in the second meeting after coming 1 goal short in game number 1.
Bulldogs were able to get fresh leads on the ice there as that puck went off of Etma up and out of play.
McNair chips up for McCloy. McCloy has a fast break opportunity. Poke checked just in time by Max Stevens. Madej has it in the neutral zone, sends it down along the boards. Woodman comes out to play it, slows it down. Puck comes back for Butzo in the neutral zone. McCloy loses his stick and his glove. He will skate to the bench. Yim giving chase. Bulldogs control it deep in the zone. Armour tries to get a shot on. Puck's still loose. They're going to have a little pushing and shoving after the whistle. I mean, the puck was froze. The refs blew the whistle.
Woodman didn't quite have it covered, but the ref lost the puck in that scrum. It was loose at the top of the crease, but with all the feet and bodies in there, the ref lost sight and blew it down.
They're going to send Brian Yim and Eric Tyne into the box. For the extra pushing and shoving after the whistle.
Looks like we're going to get to see some 4-on-4 hockey here.
Here are the penalties for Adrian College, number 40, Brian Yim. The Milwaukee School of Engineering, number 20, Eric Tien. Both players receive 2-minute minus for roughing. Time of the penalties.
Roughing the call on both players.
Adrian's Yim.
Special teams has gone in favor of the Bulldogs today.
2-minute minus for roughing at 13:37.
4-on-4 hockey means more space on the ice. Definitely an emphasis on speed and control here.
Paquette brothers, Kolatarsi, and Michael Hoy, the 4 on the ice for the Bulldogs. They are joined by Matthew Romand, James Ring, Clint Garris, and Jared Tafoya. And we're going to have another penalty.
Pretty nasty hit there by Clint Garris. Crushed Brothers from behind into the boards.
Brothers a little shaken up from the hit. We've seen Garris in a lot of extra activity. He's been very physical, and he's participated in a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle. This time he gets called for an illegal hit. He will spend 2 minutes with 1:04 remaining in the Yim penalty, along with Tyne.
4-on-3 hockey here.
2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 14.
Armour, Dunn, Thompson, and Boyd in. Boyd, big presence in front of Woodman. Screening the goalie. You can see him trying to work around Boyd. That's a big body. You don't want these guys on the ice with a lot of room to work. And with only 3 skaters, that's what you give them. They have 53 seconds to kill off. Thompson turns it over. Dunn retreats. Short-handed attack from Christensen is denied by Entma.
Looks like the Bulldogs have opted to go with 3 forwards and 1 defenseman here on this 4-on-3 power play, looking for more offensive-minded players. Did something on the attack. Another penalty on MSOE. Dunn's being taken as well. Definitely some chirping going back and forth between Dunn and Gage Christensen.
And Dunn's going to go with him.
The players continue to chirp back and forth between the penalty boxes. Gage is probably pretty upset that his team's losing 4-0. Trying to get the Bulldogs riled up to take some extra penalties here.
Here are the penalties for Engr College number 44.
Curry has it at the blue line.
School of Engineering number 18, Gage Christensen. 2 minutes each for roughing. Time of the penalties at 14:52 of the second. Dunn for roughing, Christensen for roughing, both at 14:52.
14 seconds until the first penalties are erased. And the first penalties erased. Yim comes out of the box along with Tyne. .43 seconds remain in the penalty to Garris. Brothers skating around defenders. He gets it over for McNair, and McNair's shot doesn't go. Curry winds up. 3:45 remaining in the second period. Brothers couldn't get a shot off. Puck runs into the stick along the boards. 3.5 remaining.
Three seconds left, and the penalty to Clint Garris. Words continue to be exchanged in the penalty boxes.
Hervey in the face-off circle with Guth. And Clint Garris is free. 3:20 remains in the period.
Offsides called as Brent Wadner was coming in with speed. Jordan Guth just a little too quick to cross the blue line there.
Neutral zone face-off won by Rust. Kalatarsi sends it down into the zone. Just under 3 to go in the second period. Garris dumps the puck deep in the zone. Medea goes to retrieve it. Backnack tries to clear, takes a shot. And Clark and Rust
Penalty here on Batnat for slashing behind the play. As it continues to get a little chippy, Batnat called for the slash.
A lot of penalties in this one.
As this game continues to get chippy, you're going to see the refs be more inclined to call the penalties on stuff like that, trying to keep the game under control.
2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 17.
And with the way last night went, teams playing back-to-back, not even 24 hours in between. The chippiness of last night, and now a 4-0 advantage. You're going to see a lot of tempers flare on the ice. And it's really up to the officiating crew to keep things under control. And thus far, they're doing a good job. They're going to tighten down even more as play goes on. We got an interesting third period coming up, as there's 2 minutes left here in the second. Arifi gets a backhanded attempt, and Entma's there.
Good job by Entma being able to trap that puck. As it went behind the net, came out pretty quickly for that attempt by Arifi.
Raiders control the puck out of the faceoff. Matthew Roman tries to send in a shot. Looked like it was McCloy. Got down for the block. 1 minute to go in the power play. Just under a minute and a half in the period. Puck dumped in. Hoy sends it back out. 40 seconds remain.
Interesting decision by the Raiders there on the power play, electing to just dump it in instead of entering the zone with possession.
Shot from Christensen goes high. 50 seconds remain in the period, 15 in the power play. Puck is kept in the zone. And Boyd gets down to block it again. We talked in last night's broadcast about the Bulldog efforts to block shots, keeping a lot of them off Entma. And they're putting on that display again tonight.
Just in this shift alone, I've seen 4 blocked shots by this Bulldog penalty kill. They're now even strength, with 16 seconds left in the period.
They kill off yet another penalty.
The refs are trying to figure out where this face-off is going to take place, as it was a hand pass called against the Raiders. Comes all the way down to the glove hand side of Woodman.
Which is huge, only 15.6 seconds. This now gives the Bulldog offense a chance to put a shot on goal. McNair got tripped up, and that's going to do it for the second period. Bulldogs doubled their lead. They go into second intermission up 4-0. We'll be back for third period hockey from Arrington Ice Arena, live on ACTV. And we're back live, third period action here on ACTV. I'm Darian Pitcher alongside Drake Cagle. Bulldogs jumped out to a 4-0 lead. They've scored 2 goals apiece in each period, setting up this third period.
One of those goals was on a power play once again. Bulldogs making the most of those opportunities as they're now 3 for 5.
3 of the 4 goals coming on power plays. We mentioned the lack of their power play unit showing up to last night's contest, and today they are all over it. They had a high percentage last year. I believe it was around 29%, and they're looking to repeat this season. Raiders
Definitely off to a good start of that one after a slow start last night on the power play, jumping out 3 for 5 tonight. Definitely going to be willing to take that percentage night after night.
Raiders coming out aggressive. Bulldog defense, tremendous efforts. They're having a lot of blocks. Entma has 20 saves now. Last night he gave up a goal on the first shot. Gave up 3 goals last night. He's really tuned it in. You know, maybe a little bit of nerves, a little bit of excitement to start the season, but now he's settled in, and we're going to have an early Bulldog penalty.
McCloy probably called for boarding here on that hit, and MSOE, not so wisely, Kevin Shan takes a penalty as well for throwing a punch to the back of McNair's head after that whistle. Shan's going to sit 2 minutes as well.
The ref's doing a good job showing them that this game's not going to get out of their hands, out of control. Things have been chippy for quite a while now, and the refs not letting Shan get away with it. If they would have, I think things would have got a little bit more chippy than what they already are. And they're going to talk to the captains now, let them know that this is going to go on no longer.
It seemed like the refs had a similar conversation at the end of the second period. Both the centers came over to the refs and had conversations right after the second. Now the refs letting them know that punches to the back of the head and stuff like that's not going to fly in between whistles here tonight. It's going to be 4-on-4 hockey after it looked like the Raiders were going to have a power play.
You got to be disciplined. I understand being down 4 goals. Not the easiest thing to have sitting in your mind. The frustration's there, of course, but you can't take it out and have stupid penalties like that. A power play can give you a spark in momentum. It can be a huge momentum shifter in which the Raiders don't have any at this point, and especially after that. Now they're going to go 4-on-4 with a high-octane offense that Adrian has. Already down 4-0. That power play was something they really needed to try to get things going. Dunn's going to take it up the left side. Sends it up for Yim. Yim gets tripped up and into the net.
Takes the net right off the pegs after getting tripped up and sent into the net, which isn't that easy to do with these pegs that they use for the NCAA games. They're pretty well pegged in there to not move. Yim, however, had a lot of momentum going into that net.
The speedster tried to put on the brakes to make a move. Took a shot. Now we're going to have a neutral zone face-off that is won by Brothers. Turnover at the blue line is going to lead to a shot. The shot's going to go wide from Tyne. Entma leaping up. Might have got a little bit of it. The shot was high. Paquette poke checks it away. Comes out to the blue line. There you see Hoy getting on the ice, taking away his shooting lanes. Bulldogs taking care of the little things in this one. And the little things pay off into big things, such as a 4-goal lead. in period number 3. Brothers had a chance if he could have got it on the tape in front of Woodman. There you see the defender, Eric Tyne, getting down on the ice for the Raiders, trying to take a page out of the Bulldog defensive notebook. Goes off the blocker of Entma and into the netting. Will stop it with 17:42 left in period number 3. 27 seconds left of 4-on-4 play.
Entma did a good job of turning that shot by Matt Stevens there with the stitch and turned it up and out of play. Gets a whistle, allows his team to reset. 27 seconds left in 4-on-4 hockey.
Big hit delivered by Hervey. Butzo skates it into the zone.
Offsides is the call.
McCloy and Shand on their feet, 15 seconds until they're let out of the box. Dunn gets it over to Butzo. 4 seconds remaining. The skaters are set free. Even strength, 5-on-5. Butzo sends it along. Woodman comes out to play it, mishandles it a little bit. Thompson blindly throws his stick into the passing lane, gets a stick on it. Pass still finds the intended target, and the puck will go into Entma.
It's time to announce
having a big day, 23 saves on the afternoon.
Entma definitely under control tonight, making all the saves he's supposed to make. Helps when your defense is out there blocking shots and keeping the shots out wide. He's able to see everything, making it a pretty easy night for Entma here.
And you can almost imagine how many shots on goal there would be if they weren't blocking any shots. We did mention there was one series where there was 4 blocks by the defensemen, putting in work, getting their bodies in the way, getting down on the ice. We've seen players on their knees to block shots, laying down on the ice to block shots. Everything to help Entma.
Goes back to what you said, doing all the little things right tonight and little things turn into big things. That's why Bulldogs hold a 4-0 lead.
Thompson skates along the neutral zone, brings it in. Arifi trying to get him off the puck, but he's unsuccessful. McCloy lays a big hit on Simpson. We approach 16 minutes in the third. Olatarsi, little shove, just enough to get the puck off the attack. Rust gets beat out by Matthew Roman for the puck in the neutral zone. It's going to go down. Entma's going to come out and play it. Putting on pressure was Unser. Puck's going to go up and out of play. We'll have a face-off to the left of Entma.
Bulldogs still allowed the change here as that puck went up and off the rafters. Not as if it was sent up and off the netting. Bulldogs get fresh legs out.
Connor Enciso and Austin Hervey in on the face-off. Curry gets a shot attempt and it's gonna go. It looked like Hervey tipped it in at the end.
Hervey might have stolen that goal. It went off the goalie's glove, flipped up, looked like it had momentum to carry into the net. Austin Hervey just made sure it went in the net.
We'll see who they credit it to. Players celebrating as it's Curry. I'm fine with that.
It'd be Curry's first career goal as a Bulldog, first collegiate goal, much like Calatarsi's earlier tonight, if it stands as a Curry goal.
It looks like they went to get a different puck. Hervey's stick broke, so he skates to the bench.
The Bulldogs goal scored by number 88, Tyler Curry.
They do give the goal to Tyler Curry.
41, Vinny
Paquette with the assist. 5-0 the advantage in favor of the home team. And we talked about losing as a wake-up call. I think the Bulldogs are awake.
That was a big hit there by Zach Davis on Paquette at the blue line. Paquette got caught with his head down.
Puck's going to go down. It'll find Colatarsi, rather. He passes it to Butso. Gets it back, finds Armour on the right side. Dumps it in with a backhand. Yim sends it along the boards. Boyd and Armour both behind the net. Neither can come away with it. Leading the offensive charge is Ring. Edma comes out, scoops it up with the glove. He will freeze it. 13:54 left to play.
We're seeing this Bulldog team a little bit more content to just play for control and not really trying to push the pace or push the rush. Just trying to settle in with the 5-0 lead. No more need for offense, just trying to keep pucks out of their own net.
Raiders control the face-off. Blue line shot sent in from Adam Arifi.
Great turn there by Etma. Shot through a couple screens. Was able to turn away with the paddle of his stick.
Blocker side face-off. Hervey is going to set up with James Ring. Face-off goes back. Shot off the face-off. Hit the skate of Midday. Bulldog defense scrambling to get into position. Left a shot. Nothing came of it. Goes up into the netting. And it turns into a souvenir for a fan.
We're going to see this face-off come outside of the Bulldog zone, as the refs say that that puck was played out of play with no tip by a Raiders player.
Matt Thompson and Jordan Guth. With Thompson getting the better of Guth as he did seemingly all night last night in the face-off circle. Big hit put on Curry by Brett Wagner as they battle for it in the neutral zone.
We're definitely seeing these Raider players doing maybe a little bit out of their way to try to deliver big hits on the Bulldog as this game continues. As we see McNair take a hit up high. Looks like it's Matthew Roman getting the penalty. He disagrees, but it definitely looked like there was an elbow thrown there initially to the head of McNair and then got him again. So if the refs didn't catch it the first time, they probably would have caught it the second time. Bulldog power play.
We've seen 3 power play goals of the 5. Bulldog power play has been strong today.
Milwaukee School of Engineering penalty to number 3, Matthew Roman. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 7:10 of the third. Roman
Paquette keeps it in the zone.
7:10. This is a Bulldogs power play.
As it's stuck on the boards. Kalatarsi keeps it in. Great effort at the line. Paquette trying to chase it down. Puck sent along for Brothers. In the middle for Yim. Rebound Paquette. No, McNair had a chance. And a big save by Woodman. Stood in strong against 3 shots on the Bulldog power play.
Bulldogs traded an opportunity there off a bad angle shot, crashing the net for the rebound. They got 2 rebound attempts at it, just couldn't put it in, and then the third one just jumped McNair's stick.
Behind the net, controlled by Paquette. Paquette sends it down for Boyd, who mishandles it. 35 seconds in the power play. Shots sent on. McNair couldn't get a stick on the rebound. Would have had a good look. .20 seconds to go in the power play as we approach the 11-minute mark. Turnover. Adam Arifi trying to get something going offensively. Didn't have any numbers on the short-handed attempt. Gets poked away. Here's another look from Unser. The Raiders back to full strength. Hervey comes up, fakes the slap shot, passes it. Boyd can't redirect it in. Woodman sends it wide. Clearing attempt knocked down by Rust, but the puck is cleared with 10.5 to play. Kalatarsi retreats along with Curry. They send it up to Hervey, who's going to dump it down. Bulldogs will change. And there's a goal.
Scored by Austin Rust. Puck shot from the half wall. Gets kicked out front by Woodman. Rust crashing into the net in the slot. Buries it.
Everybody getting on the board. Getting their first goals of the season. Yim now has 2 on the season with his today. Everybody else first-time scorers. Bulldogs up big, 6-0 with 10:04 to play. And this is exactly how you want your team to bounce back from a season-opening loss.
Assisted by number 16, Scott Clark, and number 23, Brian Backnack.
Backnack and Clark credited with assists.
Clark and Backnack at 9:56.
On the goal.
Pieces of peace in the sun's peace of mind. I know it's hard sometimes. Yeah, I think about the end just way too much. I try to fantasize on my enemies.
Raiders control the puck out of the faceoff. Madej gets in the way of the passing lane. Raiders trying to get blue line to blue line passes to start their offensive attack. And it's not working at all. This time, Kalatarsi gets in the way and cuts it off. Maybe they need to go with short passes through the neutral zone to try to gain the offensive zone. And they finally will with Shand.
Yeah, these Raider players are trying to push the pace, trying to push it all the way down to the Adrian offensive zone in one go. Trying to get 6 goals back here. They're feeling a little desperate.
The puck got caught up in the line change. Pass for Brothers.
Good job by the ref there to not call too many men on the ice penalty. As the puck gets caught up in the change like that, as long as the player doesn't try to make an effort to play it, the refs aren't going to call it.
Big check sent on by Hervey. And I don't think the Raiders missed him last night, as he was a scratch.
Yeah, he's delivering some punishment tonight, his first game back.
I think they were wishing for him to be on the scratch list again today. Would have saved a little bit of bruising on their part. Hervey wins the faceoff. Paquette skates away with it, gets it to Dunn. As we are just under 8, Dunn waits for the defender to make a move before setting up the offensive attack.
Dunn did a good job there, knowing that they're up 6-0 in the third period, being content to sit behind the net and let that forecheck flush him out.
We will have another face-off, this one glove side of Entma with 7:41 to play. Puck chipped on by Brothers. And is now sent along the boards. Brothers comes away with it, gets it up for Yim. Yim has back neck alongside him. Curry gloves it down in the neutral zone. Puck gets taken away. Hoy defending on Wagner. Wagner can't get anything out of the possession. Curry sends it along the boards. Back neck will clear it into the neutral zone.
The opportunity by James Reen there on that play was probably the first real scoring opportunity they've had in the last period and a half. Raiders player getting called for a hook. Looks like it's being called on Jared Tafoya of the Raiders.
He will serve 2 minutes with 6:24 to play. Putting this hot power play line on the ice for the Bulldogs.
Raiders penalty to number 25, Jared Tafoya.
The Raiders killed off the last attempt.
13:36 of the third.
Half of the production in the goal category coming on the power play. Thompson, Hervey, Yim, Curry, Kolatarsi on the ice for the power play unit. Thompson gets it to Yim.
We should see a Bulldog power play here that's just very patient, either looking for a clean shot or just looking to kill time. There's no real need to push the pace and risk giving up a shorthanded opportunity here, up 6-0.
I think at this point, if you're Coach Krug, you just want to see a well-executed power point. You don't need a goal, as you said. So if they do get a goal, it should come on a wide open look, something clean, move the puck around, get the defense moving it out of position, And I think he'd be happy to see a goal come in that fashion.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to see any shots from the point blocked down or any miscues that are going to send a shorthanded opportunity the other way.
Dunn takes it up, fakes the pass for Rust, dumps it off for Brothers. Gets into the zone, but he's forced off the puck. Deking around McNair is Guth. He gets a shot on Entma. 25 saves for him. 30 seconds remain in the power play. Guth tries to send a backhand pass. McNair's there in the neutral zone. 20 seconds in the power play. Four and a half remains in the period. And Tafoya's free. Puck comes out for Entma, who plays it in the face-off circle. Both teams, fresh skaters. Puck finds Woodman, and he's going to stand on top of it to freeze it with 4:06 to play in the third and final period.
Wasn't a bad power play there by the Bulldogs. Definitely had some good puck movement and control. Crude is probably going to have something to say about that opportunity that they gave up. It was an odd man rush for the shorthanded team, which probably isn't going to fly under Coach Crude.
Boy, big check. So you get Kearns off the ice. That sends McCloy the other way. Dumps it down. Boyd sends it into the corner for Midday. Pass sent over for Hoy. McCloy tried to redirect the shot attempt from Butzo. It's going to go down. 3:15 to play.
Offsides and a little bit of a late hit there by James Ring on Boyd after the whistle. Boyd got some words for him, but they're going to be content to stay out of it, knowing he doesn't need to get involved with a little under 3 minutes left here in the game.
Hervey will face off with Ring. Hervey gets the better of him in this one. From the neutral zone, it went in on Woodman, who gloved it and kept the play alive. Passing it along. Tafoya has it taken away in the neutral zone. He gets it back. He will dump it into the corner. 2.5 to play.
An easy one there, lofted on net for Entma to just catch and smother. 2:16 left here in the third period.
We talked at the top of the broadcast about how Entma would respond to his first regular season loss. And I'd say he's bounced back quite nicely. 26 saves on the day. His team's up big. His defense helping him out a lot with the blocking, being aggressive. and he's going to come away with a win.
I'd say it was a good bounce back by the entire team, not just by Entma, but the entire Bulldogs team to come back after losing last night in a close game, take advantage of special team opportunities, and take this game back.
Thompson's going to get a one-timer. And Woodman stood in strong. Woodman 29 saves as we have 1.5 to play. Raiders come the other way. Brothers gains the zone, puts on a check on Zach Davis. 1 minute remains. And I'd say this story was just about finished in the second period. Bulldogs tallied 2 goals in each period to jump out to a 6-0 commanding lead. And that's going to stand for the big win for the Bulldogs as they send the Raiders out of town.
Raiders won't be too disappointed knowing they took 1 of 2. Bulldogs are going to be happy knowing that they were able to bounce back from the loss. Good way to end the weekend, though, for the Bulldogs. Commanding win. Definitely got the momentum back. Definitely showed they had their feet back under them.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think the Raiders content with this road trip, coming in, playing the number 3 Adrian Bulldogs on the road in an amped-up facility celebrating 10 years of Bulldog hockey. You know, everything is amped up, not only for the players, but the atmosphere for the fans. Big night at Arrington Ice Arena. They played spoiler. They took game 1. They rattled off 3 straight goals. And then the Bulldogs come back, jump out to a 6-0 lead. Entma's going to record the shutout in the win.
He beat the broadcaster's jinx there. Great game by Entma.
Absolutely. Entma, I apologize. I won't do it again. 6-0 Bulldogs win. They will now hit the road on the 4th and 5th of November to take on Northwind in Ashland, Wisconsin, before coming home to play Marion the 11th and 12th, starting a 5-game homestand, which will feature Marion, the United States under-18 team in an exhibition, Wisconsin, Stephen Point, and St. Thomas, Minnesota. We have more hockey for you tonight, starting at 7 for the puck drop. Bulldogs take this one 6-0 in dominant fashion, firing on all cylinders for Drake Cagle, Brandon Brom, and our camera crew of Allison Dungy and Lauren Hughes. We say so long. We'll catch you tonight for more Bulldog hockey here on ACTV.